runners in the back ready. Okay, Coach, you want to start us off with an opening statement?
Well, heck of a win by our football team, and very, very proud of them. This was a really good opponent that we played. We knew that coming in. They played some outstanding football all year long coming into their stadium. We've gone through some adversity, had 2 losses the last 2 weeks where we didn't look really good. Teams kind of got after us. But that's college football, and I think our guys understand. We talk about it a lot. You know, any given week, anybody can win if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to prepare, if you're willing to hang in there through adverse times and people maybe don't think very much of you. You got to keep your own confidence, and you got to continue to build on that. And as coaches, we got to work, try to fix things, get things corrected as well as we can. I thought we made some adjustments. We worked hard this past week. Didn't guarantee anything, but our guys came out and fought, and we found a way to do enough to win. So I couldn't be prouder. Like I said, it's just a big win for our team. A lot of our guys really, stood out, with some really good performances.
Yeah, the defense gives up the TD right off the bat, but then gets things buttoned up pretty well. Just talk about the play of that unit.
Well, we worked really hard and this week to kind of just shore up and be a little sounder in what we're doing. Make sure our guys get lined up where they can play. The one big play, the first drive, we were pressed to the field, and sometimes that's just an open invitation to throw it deep, and they did over our heads. It was a good throw and catch. So after that, we kind of bailed and made sure that we weren't going to give up that huge play. But I thought we were much sounder on our approach. We got lined up. We made pretty good plays. We had a couple moments. It wasn't great, but that's a good football team, good running back, and some good players. So I just think that we shored up things a little bit better. And to win against good opponents, all 3 segments have to do a good job, or you don't have a chance.
Defense was more active. You had some tip balls, the interception at the end, but just kind of their play, just how they created some turnovers for you, created some big plays.
Well, like I said, I think we simplified some things as far as what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure we got lined up with a call, ready to play with no adjustments. We just play it no matter what the formation or movement or look is. Other than one time on the goal line where we had an adjustment that gave up the touchdown, we did a pretty good job of that. And I think you just have to allow your players to play. While you want to be smart, get yourself in the best defense you can, at the same time, you got to have sound defense. And I just think our coaches worked hard to put all that together, and we rolled with it today. And I thought because of that, we were much sounder in our approach and pretty good in all segments, at least not giving up a lot of big plays and a lot of big runs.
What was the plan to use Devin Markey a lot?
Well, we've got a lot of running backs that work hard. They do a good job. In the course of a game, you got to get your playmakers the ball. And when somebody's hot, you need to ride them. And that's just kind of how it works. It's nothing against anyone else, but Devin's done a really good job, and our other running backs are ready to go if we need them. I thought getting the ball to Devin, getting the ball to Payne more, utilizing Charlie, and then the ability for TJ to step up really helped us perform better and more consistent, and helped us win.
Why was this the right opponent to bust out I don't like to use this term, but the speed option, or whatever you call that, but his 2 runs seemed to open up some things for him.
Well, in today's college football, if you have a running quarterback and he can make some plays with his feet, it more than helps. That's just kind of what this game's gone to. And when you got to throw it from the pocket and just hand it off, you got to be really, really efficient. So, we had some packages of other things, but we were at least going to try the speed option a couple different ways to create some misdirection, get on the perimeter, and we were hoping that the end would take the quarterback and we could pitch it. That didn't happen. But you know what? It left some big lanes. I just think you had to have some threat of that. Obviously, we don't want to run our quarterback and get him hurt. That's not his strength. But at the same time, there's got to be some threat. And I think the one drive we drove down there for the second touchdown, it basically was on a bunch of those plays. So that helped us win.
Do you dare mention the fact you're still in the Big Ten West?
Well, I'm not really going to mention. Our team knows. They read and understand where we're at. Obviously, some things are going to have to happen. But nothing's going to happen if we don't win football games. So we won't get ahead of ourselves. We've been through enough games this year where we look okay, and then in other games we don't look very good. So, there's not anybody on our schedule that can't beat us, and that's just a fact. And if our guys don't play well and practice well and prepare well, we're not going to win. So we know we have our hands full, and that's why we stay with the 1-game season. I think our guys will enjoy this win, but come back and prepare for another really good good opponent in Northwestern that'll come in here ready to beat us.
The fourth down play before you got the field goal, just any question in your mind going for that, and was that the kind of the play that you wanted in that situation?
Is that the completion of TJ?
Yeah.
Well, we were right on that verge of whether to kick a field goal or not. We had missed the one. We had bypassed the one because we didn't think we'd get it there. And then it was like, let's just go for it. And, we had a play designed with in cuts on both sides to both Charlie and TJ, and someone clearing it out, someone holding the underneath coverage. And they played a version of two-man, and that's not easy to get open with. And Aiden hung in there. They guarded Charlie well. Unfortunately, outside release didn't get open, and TJ got open. So we picked the right guy, and that was a tough catch and a tough throw, but yeah, that won us the game.
Well, what do you think about the penalties, Jeff?
Well, I don't know how many we had. Without question, we lost. We were emotional at times and got some penalties that hurt us. Probably at least 3 of those. One after our touchdown in the corner, when we I don't know what we did, but we got a 15-yarder there, so that shouldn't happen. And then 2 after their touchdown, we were jawing with the referee, which shouldn't happen. So you live with the good and live with the bad. We can correct it all we want, we will, and we'll make sure that we will try not to let it happen again. And because it can't, it's foolish. It can hurt you. It can cost you the game. But I do think our guys were emotionally charged for this game. So you've got to have that perfect balance. Yes, we want no penalties. We want no stupid penalties. But our guys, I do want them ready to fight to win the game. And but those 3 we had were really silly.
Just how much did the fact that Aiden spread the ball around a little bit help your offense?
Well, it's going to help us a lot. And we have to continue to find ways to do that. And we got to make sure that Aiden looks at all of our guys and gives them a chance to get open. We had the best corner on Charlie quite a bit of the game, and he did a good job. And we were able to get TJ the ball. And I think utilizing the tight end, we did a better job this game of doing that. And Payne made some great catches, really good throws, and drug people for yards and first down to touchdown to catch in the end zone. Not many people can make that. He's just got a natural ability to make plays, and that really helps our team.
You won a game in the wind and the cold.
Yeah, it was kind of cold. You know what? The wind wasn't as bad as last week, and that definitely helps. But as you guys know, in November it's going to be normally like this to a certain degree, and we got to figure that out. And that means having some balance, getting points by running it, passing it, control passing game, whatever you got to do. We just got to make sure that we continue to work through that.
I guess going off of that, what does it mean for this team to outrush Illinois, a team that prides itself on running the ball and stopping the run?
Well, it's not like we tried to outrush them. We wanted balance. We wanted to score, and I do think that we ran hard. Our offensive line did a really good job. It helps our team when we can run the football. Illinois has a really good running game. I thought that we did a good job of keeping it in check against a really good running back. That's a good sign. We've got to continue to build off this and make sure we shore up the mistakes we made. But it definitely was a really good performance by our defense overall.
How important was stopping Illinois from getting to the quarterback? They've done that against pretty much everyone until today.
Well, that's one thing I think we can do is we can get the ball out quick. We can design plays to neutralize that rush, which we wanted to do. You got to get the ball out fast. You can't let them get in there. A couple times we tried to push it up just a little bit, and they were hitting us. So you just got to be careful what you do. When you throw it deep, you got to protect with more guys and slightly move the pocket. And just kind of pick and choose when you do that. But they have a great scheme, a great system. They're well coached, very athletic. So to score 31 points and move the ball pretty good was a really good performance by our offense.
What was the explanation on the both disconcerting signals from the defense?
Well, there were multiple calls. If you want me to get into it, I will. But you know what? Like everybody, you stem up front to create movement and to change the blocking for the offensive line. And a lot of times it draws them off sides. It had happened probably 3 or 4 times already. We used the same exact call that we've always used, and he said it sounded different. So, it prevented what I thought was a ball that didn't get the line of scrimmage that would move him way back. So it was costly. So no, I didn't agree with it all. There were a couple that didn't go our way. There were probably a couple that went our way.
And bowl eligible for the 4th time in your 6 years. What does that mean?
Well, it's huge. I mean, that's you always strive to get to postseason play. It's not easy because you've got to win your non-conference, because you know once you get in the Big Ten, it's whoever is ready to go and plays the best and have guys healthy, and it's always a toss-up. So to figure out a way to get that 6 is big, and you know, so I'm proud of our guys and their coaches for that. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, you got to work at it. You got to grind. You have to have answers. You got to be willing to. You know, hear some naysayers say you can't do this and that, which is normal. I mean, that's competitive sports. But it takes tough-minded people to just kind of grind through, let it hurt a little bit at first, but get your confidence back, and then go out there and compete. And today, we talked about, hey, let's just go cut it loose. All right, let's just go cut it loose. We've worked hard, we've been through some adversity. Just go cut it loose, play your rear end off, give everything you got, and let the pieces fall where they may. So really, really proud of our team to get that goal.
You talked about how your team isn't going to look ahead, you're just going to try to win football games, but are you personally going to be scoreboard watching a little bit when you get done here?
Well, I think we all check out games. I mean, I like college football as much as you guys. I like college basketball. I mean, you know, college sports is just a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to follow. And there's going to be all kinds of upsets today, just like every week. So you just kind of watch and see what's going on, and you hope that you end up on the better end of some of those. And I just think that for us, you know, we got a chance to, you know, come back home and try to find a way to win the next one. And you never know what can happen from there. But you have to take care of your business always, or nothing good happens.
Anything else for Coach?
You're going to have to give Aiden O'Connell some practice on how to slide soon.
Well, actually, I was proud of the way he ran. You know, he got some yards, and the hole looked like it was big enough for a couple trucks to drive through. And you know what? He didn't get hurt, so that's critical for us. You know, we don't want to lose him. You always got to be leery of that when he runs the football. Like I said, they were designed to pitch, but they took the running back away. But he did a really good job, and we have to have, like I said, some element of that. But yes, I'm happy that it came out alive.
What is it that when this Purdue team seems like it's sort of back against the wall, these must-win games, the same competition, they're able to pull these ones out?
Well, I just think, you know, I mean, it's a grind, and it's tough to win, and it's not easy, and you just gotta hopefully play well early on and get some wins, and then try to improve upon that. But there's always going to be some lulls where teams are going to get the upper hand, and are you going to let it affect you? Are you going to let it get you down? And we're always going to have those games. But I do think we have a good mix of, hey, let's get these things corrected. Sometimes it's a lot. Let's try to figure it out and try to help you by putting you in position. But come game day, man, you got to play confident, and you got to cut loose. You have no chance to win. But if you do those two things, I think anybody can be anybody on a given day, and that happens every week in college football. And yeah, a lot of times the ball's got to bounce your way, but anybody can win on a given day. So we know that, and so to come in here was just a really big win.
All right, thank you, Coach.